There's a happiness in this world that there's no happiness like it. There's joy in this dunya that there's no joy like it. There's excitement and good in this dunya that there's no goodness like it. He said, Inna fi dunya jannah, man lam yadkhulha. Anyone who doesn't enter that jannah of the dunya, lam yadkhul jannat al-akhirah. He's not going to enter the jannah of the hereafter. Finding happiness and comfort and joy in being connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a topic that, inshallah ta'ala, that we all need. My brothers and sisters, there are 3 things that you need if you want to have this quality. This is 3 things that we need to come with. Number 1, and inshallah if you can all write it, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, I ask Allah, He makes it a source of benefit for each and every one of us. It's dawamu dhikri. Dawamu dhikri means that you remember Allah a lot. And we'll talk about that inshallah ta'ala. The second thing that you need if you want to achieve that happiness and that comfort and that joy when you worship Allah in the prayer, in act of ta'at and obedience, if you want to enjoy it and find comfort and ladha in it, the second thing that you need to come with is sidqul mahabba. You have to be truthful in your love, which we're going to talk about inshallah ta'ala. Sidqul mahabba, true love. What does that mean? We'll come to that inshallah ta'ala. And the third is ihsanul amal. Ihsanul amal means you perfect your actions. You do the best that you can. Anyone who comes with these 3, you will find joy. You will find happiness. You will find ladha, sweetness. You will find strength in the acts of worship that you do. Everything that's happening around you will not affect you in your ibadah. You will be like a boat, strong boat, in the middle of the ocean where the tide is coming from all directions. But that boat will sail through it. The water will never get into it. You will get to your destination. Even though the tide is up in the air, you're just sailing through it. Because internally, you're strong and you're built. If, my brothers and sisters, this is removed from you, or any one of those factors is taken from you, you find the acts of worship, the joy is gone. The ladha is gone. You do not feel sweetness in your heart. One of the great a'imma of al-Islam, he said, I traveled with Abdullah ibn Mubarak. Abdullah Mubarak, a great imam. He said, I traveled with him. When I traveled with him, I wanted to know, he said, this man, why Abdullah ibn Mubarak passed everybody? Why everyone loved him? Why was he seen as Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak? He said, I wanted to investigate. So he said, we traveled. We traveled and we went to a different city. One day he said, we were sitting. He said, when I saw him, his act of worship, his ibadat, it was normal. It was like the rest of us. He said, I didn't see anything which I could say to myself, this is the thing and why he is unique. This is the thing why he sticks out. I couldn't see any of that from him. Until one day, he said, we were sitting around a fire. And as we were sitting there, the fire extinguished. The light of the fire extinguished. The light is not there anymore. And as soon as that darkness hits, Abdullah ibn Mubarak started to cry. He said, of course we can't see because it's dark. He said, I only saw that when we found light again, fire. I looked at his face, his eyes were watering. And he said, I realized this man has something private, alone, that he doesn't show in public. His affairs privately, that when he saw the darkness, it reminded him of the grave, and he reminded him of that moment is when he's connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaykh al-Islam, يعني يخرج وحيدا, he's going out by himself في الصحراء because he wants to be alone with his Creator. And he's calling onto his Lord and he's saying, I am here wanting to talk to you. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahi, that is happiness and that's joy that he, rahimahullah, found in it. Look what he said, Shaykh al-Islam. He said, لَيْسَ فِي الدُّنْيَا نَعِيمٌ. There is no blessing greater. There is no blessing. He said, لَيْسَ فِي الدُّنْيَا نَعِيمٌ يُشْبِهُ نَعِيمَ الْآخِرَةِ. There is no blessing that resembles the blessings of the hereafter. إِلَّا نَعِيمَ الْإِيمَانِ وَالْمَعْرِفَةِ. There is no blessing of this dunya that resembles the blessing of the hereafter except al-imanu billahi, believing in Allah and knowing Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a ni'mah, wallah. Iman is a ni'mah, wallah. That if Allah gives it subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no blessing and knowing your Creator. Look at us. When we lose somebody, we say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. If you mean that word when you say it, it's bardan wa salama. Your heart is comfort. And you know this person who you lost, your loved one here, is a Muslim. And inshallah ta'ala, he's going to go Jannah. He's a Muslim. Either ajilan or ajilan. Maybe straight away or finally. Sah? And he brings that comfort to you. The one who doesn't believe in Allah's existence, what does he reassure himself with? It's missing from him. وَهَلُمَّ جَرًّا. And it's a joy in the heart. Ibn Taymiyyah told us. He said, إِنَّ فِي الدُّنْيَا جَنَّةً. There's a Jannah in this dunya. What do you think of when you think of Jannah? What do you guys think of when you think Jannah? Happiness, joy, bliss, ni'am, great things that never stop. Ibn Taymiyyah is saying there's one like that in this world. There's a happiness in this world that there's no happiness like it. There's joy in this dunya that there's no joy like it. There's excitement and good in this dunya that there's no goodness like it. He said, Inna fi dunya jannah. Man lam yadkhulha. Anyone who doesn't enter that Jannah of the dunya, lam yadkhul jannat al-akhirah. He's not going to enter the Jannah of the hereafter. When he was asked, what is it? He said, al-imanu billah. To believe in Allah is a Jannah, it's a joy. A lot of you here, maybe you're not feeling that right now. But remember when you first started to seek knowledge. That is something we need to yearn for. That's something we need to look for. Where is it? Where is it gone? Why do we not have this? And I've also mentioned this story before. When this happens to us, we need to do something about it. We should not ignore it. When we see ourselves going down, it's not right for you to ignore it and let it get worse and worse and worse. Ibn Sa'ad mentions in his Tabaqat, and I've mentioned this story a few times, a great Imam by the name of Maymun ibn Mihran. Now Maymun, he used to write for Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. He was like the right hand man of who? Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. And you all know who Umar ibn Abdul Aziz is, rahimahullah ta'ala. So Maymun was a writer for him, that he would write for him the letters and the notes. And Umar ibn Abdul Aziz was known, كَانَ لَا يُقَرِّبُ إِلَّا الْأَفَاضِلِ. He only used to bring close to himself righteous, noble people. Maymun, he lost his eyesight. He'd become a very old man. So he called his son and he said, Dad, I want you to take me to Hassan al-Basri. I want to go to Hassan al-Basri. Why? Because I find in my heart deterioration. My iman has gone low, it's dipped. My heart is not like it used to be. And I need to go to Hassan al-Basri. I need to talk to him. So he's blind, so his son grabbed him by the hand and he said, okay, Dad, I will take you. And he took his father by the hand and he brought him to the house of Hassan al-Basri. They knocked the door. And when they knocked the door, the servant of Hassan al-Basri, she opened the door. She said, who's there? And he said, it's Maymun. I want to see Hassan. She said to him, Ya Shaykh as-Su' ma abqaka fi hadha az-zaman as-Su'. Oh, you evil man, why are you alive at this evil time? So he started to cry even more. He's crying brought Hassan al-Basri out of his room. Before we move on into the story, look how, number one, he recognized his heart and his iman deteriorated. Number two, look how soft his heart is. He's crying from what the maid and the servant is saying. His heart is not dead, so still alive. He's affected by what she's saying. So he goes into the room. Hassan al-Basri sits him down. He said, what has brought you? He said, I've come because my iman has deteriorated. My heart, iman has gone slightly down. I'm not like I used to be. That's what the ulama do. That's what the real Muslim does. When he realizes his iman dips a little bit, he goes and he looks for something to cure this problem. Don't ignore it. If you ignore it, it will destroy you. إذا مرضنا تداوينا بذكركم ونترك الذكر أحيانا فننتكس. If our hearts become sick, we cure it with the remembrance and the studying of the lives of the great Imams. Sah? And when we read it, we get better. We get better and we are now able to go forward. When he said this to Hassan al-Basri, that my iman is deteriorated and it's gone down, what can you advise me? Tell me something. Hassan al-Basri rahimahullah, he said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفرأيت إن متعناهم سنين أفرأيت إن متعناهم سنين ثم جاءهم ما كانوا يوعدون ما أغنى عنهم ما كانوا يمتعون. He read those 3 verses for him. What does it mean? It means أفرأيت إن متعناهم سنين. What about if we give them joy for a period of time? We let them enjoy themselves in this world. We let them have fun. We let them do what they want. Sineen, for years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. Enjoy yourself in the world. ثُمَّ جَاءَهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ. And then it comes to them that which they were promised. The promise of Allah comes. Death, the inevitable thing comes. ثُمَّ جَاءَهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ مَا أَغْنَى عَنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يُمَتَّعُونَ. When that time comes, the things that they were enjoying themselves and they were indulged in will not stop them from the thing that Allah has planned for them. Those are powerful verses, sah? As soon as those verses was read, Maymun ibn Mihran, أغشي عليه, he fainted. He realized those verses, what they really mean. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. The Quran affects the mountains, brothers, and it doesn't affect our hearts. So when he fainted, he got up. Hassan al-Basri said, that's all I could say to you. And then he left.